Hi, my name is Megan Fieselman. I am going to be playing as the role of the therapist.
Hi, I'm Rachel Dohan, and I will be playing the role as the teacher.
Hi, I'm Alexandra Membreno, and I'll be playing the role of a single mom of Ethan's mom.
So I just want to say thank you all for being here today. I know that this can take time of your day. So for this meeting, I just would like to discuss on ways that we can further improve on Ethan's development. And for those who have worked with Ethan, Megan, and Alexandra, since you're his mom, I just want you to know that Ethan is a delightful student with many strengths, but there are some areas where we'd like to focus more on, which is his growth. Let's start by reviewing his strengths and where he shines.
Thank you so much. I appreciate you guys for taking the time to meet with me and talk about Ethan. That sounds great. We've noticed some challenges at home too, so I'm eager to hear your perspective and how we can further help him improve in his school work.
I've been working with Ethan on some developmental areas, so I'd love to chime in as we discuss a few strategies.
So, Ethan has excellent large motor skills. He loves running, jumping, climbing, anything physical, really. He thrives during recess and during his physical education, and it's clear that these activities bring him a lot of joy. Socially, he's very outgoing and confident. He often takes a lot of leadership roles during group games and enjoys working with his peers, classmates. Creatively, he's a problem solver. He loves solving problems. When he's building with blocks or inventing games, he comes up with innovation ideas that excites his classmates.
That sounds so wonderful about Ethan. He has so much energy at home, and it's something that could be good and at the same time bad. He loves being outside and playing with his friends. He's always inventing new games at home and playing with his cousins. So he's also very social. It's so fun to see him in his element.
That's great to hear. Um, about his social and creative strengths. These areas can provide foundation for building skills he's less confident in, like persistence or focus.
So, one of his areas that we're working on is his fine motor skills. Tasks like cutting with scissors, writing, or drawing with shapes are a bit challenging for him as, line and holding pencils. He tends to get frustrated and avoids them when it's too hard for him. Another focus is attention and focus during seated tasks because he tends to get up from his seat a lot as he does love interacting with his peers, so he gets distracted easily, especially when it's a quieter activity that requires him to stay still and concentrate. Finally, we're working on persistence. When something feels tough, Ethan tends to move around on something that seems easier on him or seems familiar with him, which limits his growth in some of those challenging things.
That definitely sounds a lot like Ethan. At home, it's always a challenge when we have to do, for instance, homework. Um, he has difficulty being able to grasp a pencil. At home, he'll start drawing or writing, but he loses interest very quickly, which then often leads to tantrums, and it's hard to get him to stick with those activities.
That does make sense. Fine motor tasks in particular require both physical coordination and patience. I've seen Ethan struggle with both in our sessions, but he's made progress when tasks are broken down into smaller steps or when turned into a game.
Yes. So here's what we've been working with and doing at school to support with Ethan. So for his fine motor skills, we use fun hands-on activities like building with smaller blocks, like I said earlier, or tracing simple shapes to practice precision. And then to help with his focus, we incorporate movement breaks. So a short walk, stretch. It often helps him reset and stay engaged in the longer seated activities. And then also small group work also tends to work out well for him. He thrives when he works with his peers and collaborates with them well. Finally, we give Ethan extra encouragement and celebrate his small success to build his confidence and persistence by giving him rewards like stickers, games, extra PE time, etc.
Those are very great ideas. I just wanted to see, is this a accommodation or an IEP that we'll be doing for Ethan? And I'll try doing the similar routine and support that you guys are doing at school at home as well, including fun activities to help with his fine motor skills. What type of movement breaks do you suggest?
So, here at school, Ethan responds well to simple things like walking around the classroom or doing a quick playful dance break or a playful stretch. You could also try something like a short dance break, like I said, or even tossing a ball around, like tennis ball, basketball, soccer ball, etc.
I agree. Movement helps Ethan manage frustration a lot. For fine motor skills, you could introduce activities that feel more like play, such as stringing beads, squeezing Play Doh, or just tracing in the sand. These great ways to practice without feeling like it's such a task for Ethan.
Those are some very helpful ideas and strategies. I think you love working with beads or Play-Doh. It's very hands-on and it'll help him with his gross motor skills. They sound very less intimidating for him, like writing and drawing. It's very intimidating for him when he needs to grab the pencil. Are there any specific activities I should focus on for building persistence?
Well, some activities to build persistence, the key to creating tasks that are just hard enough to challenge him, not so hard that he'll give up. For example, start with short, achievable tasks, such as drawing a single line or cutting up simple shapes. Gradually increase the difficulty so as he gains the confidence. Break tasks into simple steps and celebrate each one. For instance, writing his name, praise him for forming just one letter correctly. Moving on to the next. Use a reward system to keep it fun. For example, he could earn a sticker for completing a certain number of tasks each time he completes one. So,
And
yeah.
like Megan said, that's what we've been also doing in class, and I've noticed that it's made a huge difference on his activities. For instance, we broke down a drawing activity in 3 steps, and Ethan stayed very engaged until the end because we praised him with the milestones. Rewards like a small sticker, like Megan said, or a few extra minutes outside playing with his friends can work wonders.
That's great to hear. I am very happy with all the modifications and accommodations you guys are making for him at home. I'll also try my best using those steps and rewards. I'll try to reinforce. He loves stickers, so I think that'll be motivating for him. Do you think these strategies will help him with his focus as well?
Oh, absolutely. We're also working on helping Ethan build focus through shorter tasks by minimizing distractions. So, like moving him away from talkative areas. For example, during seated activities, I try to sit with him from areas like high traffic in classrooms and pair him with a classmate that's really quiet and well focused.
And what you could do at home, you could create a dedicated workspace that's quiet with fewer distractions for him. Also, try to limit screen time before he gets seated and gets prepared for doing a task to keep him focused. In addition, you could also add a timer to make the activity feel more structured. For instance, set a 5 minute timer for Ethan to and tell him, let's see how much you can do before the timer runs out to make it feel more like a game to him.
I'll definitely create a structure at home. I believe that is what he is missing, a structure, a routine. I'll set up a quiet area and try the timer idea. He definitely loves games. He's very competitive, so that might really work for him. Do you think we should schedule more therapy sessions to support his fine motor skills? Is there ways to manage his frustration through emotion, something the therapist could help him overcome when he gets frustrated and those tantrums.
Yes, that could be a good idea. We could focus intensely on fine motor activities and provide feedback as he progresses. I'll also send you simple exercises you could do with him at home to reinforce what we work on in our sessions.
Thank you, Megan. That sounds like a great plan. We'll continue to monitor his progress here at school, and we'll update you regularly. If there's any changes or any new challenges, let's stay in touch and adjust our strategies together.
Thank you both so much for helping Ethan come such a long way, and I am excited to see him progress throughout the school year. I appreciate you guys for all the support. I feel a lot more confident now about how Ethan will grow and prosper throughout the school year.
Thank you for being so involved. It makes such a difference. Ethan has so much potential, and with all of us working together, I'm confident he'll continue to thrive.
Let's plan to touch base again in a few weeks to check on Ethan's progress. If you have any concerns or questions in the meantime, don't hesitate to reach out. We're always here to help. I'm really grateful that I got Ethan as a student. He's a really wonderful child, and it's clear that he has a great support system at home and here at school.
That sounds perfect to me, and I appreciate both of you guys for doing the best that you can for Ethan. I do really try my best at home, creating structure and a routine for him. I'll definitely incorporate those strategies that you guys have mentioned.
Well, thank you again for joining this meeting and taking your time out of your day.
Thank you for taking the time.
Megan, do you have any other final words that you'd...
No, I think I'm good.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome, and thank you for joining us and speaking about Ethan.